This is ISBA Statehouse Review for the week of September 1st, 2011. I'm Melinda Bentley, ISBA's First Assistant Counsel and Assistant Director of Legislative Affairs, and I'm going to tell you about 3 bills that Governor Quinn has signed into law within the past week that are important to you in your practice. The first bill is Public Act 97608 dealing with maintenance and life insurance, and this bill does 2 things. First of all, it clarifies that existing life insurance policies that are marital property must have their premiums and benefits divided by the courts if the parties cannot agree how to do so during the dissolution proceedings. And second of all, when the court enters a dissolution judgment or an award of maintenance, that may be secured by either an existing life insurance policy or by allowing a payee to purchase a new life insurance policy on the life of the payor. Under the Act, the payor would be fully required to cooperate with the payee in this effort, and this bill is going to take effect on January 1st, 2012. The next bill is Public Act 97579 dealing with FOIA and recurrent requesters. So under the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, this new provision has been added to assist public bodies with dealing with recurrent requesters. And a recurrent requester is defined as somebody who within the prior 12 months has requested a minimum of 50 records, or within the prior 30-day period has requested 15 records or more, or within the prior 7-day period has requested a minimum of 7 records. Responses to recurrent requesters must be fulfilled within a reasonable period of time under this Act, depending upon the complexity of that request. If the public body decides to treat somebody as a recurrent requester, notice has to be given to that individual within a 5-day period of time and be told why they're actually being treated as a recurrent requester. Additionally, the public body is required to respond within 21 days with one of 4 responses to that records request. First of all, they could provide an estimate as to the amount of time that it's going to take the public body to fulfill that request, along with the possible copying costs that would be associated with that. Second of all, they could deny the request based on a proper exemption under the Act. Third, if the recurrent requester has requested essentially too many records, they could ask them to reduce the amount of that to a more manageable portion, or finally, they could just provide the records that have been requested. This bill actually took effect on August 26, 2011. Our last bill is Public Act 97555, dealing with the Transfer on Death instrument, and this bill creates the Illinois Residential Real Property Transfer on Death Instrument Act, and it's going to allow a residential real estate owner to transfer that property upon his or her death. The definition of residential property has been borrowed from the Disclosure Act and from the Mortgage Foreclosure Act, so it's going to include single-family homes, property with not more than 4 residential dwelling units, a condominium, a cooperative unit, or agricultural land of no more than 40 acres that does contain a single-family residence on that property. Now, in order to execute one of these under the Act, you have to have 2 credible witnesses and a notary, and you have to have the same mental capacity that you have to make a will in the state of Illinois. Additionally, this instrument has to be recorded in the county or counties in which the residential real property is located. This bill is going to take effect on January 1st, 2012. Full text of this legislation may be found on the Illinois General Assembly's website at www.ilga.gov. Thank you.